How to obtain copyright in the medical field. For what all things you can take copyright and why this copyright is important and how it will be affecting in your academic career, and I will also will be showing an example of a copyright which I obtained, and also how we need to navigate through the copyright.gov in, that is the government site. So what is copyright? Copyright is obtained through the Copyright Office of India. The Copyright Office of India is responsible for registering and enforcing copyrights in various creative works, including medical research, publications, and software. And it is under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. So, this ministry or the Copyright Office will act as a central authority of all matters related to copyright in India. So, what all things we need to take copyright, we have to submit an application for that particular material to the Copyright Office in India, and we can take approval from the Copyright Office. Why we need copyright? So as a medical professional, we will have many methodological idea which will be an intellectual property of ours itself, and we can take copyright for this so that it can be attributed as an original work. And also copyright acknowledges the effort and creativity invested in medical research, publication, and other works. It ensures proper recognition and attribution to the original creators. And also if you want, you can monetize this copyright work in such terms of like medical images and how much time it is people are watching it, or how much times people are downloading it. You can license and sell the particular image or a copyright material. So it is an intellectual property of yours. It is a recognition for you, and it is academically important because the number of copyrights and patents will surely improve your CV, and also it can act as a revenue for you. So what are things you can copyright? So images, see, many images we have seen in the Google or through particular sites. Maybe others would have made it, or through any articles, images will be there. But as an medical professional, we can also create our images, and the main property is it should be created by us, not copied from any other users. And you need to create, it should not be created by any artificial intelligence sites. You need to think of an idea and you need to create that. And you can take copyright for medical questionnaires also. So medical questionnaires, like if you are finding a particular problem, a social or a clinical problem, and when you are trying to do the research, you are finding that there is no questionnaire for it. So if you have made a questionnaire out of it, you can copyright that particular questionnaire. So what you should do is, while doing the questionnaire itself, you can do pilot study with the questionnaire for about 20 or 30 subjects, and you can show how consistent it is between the questions. So that also a copyright. So it will increase the value of the questionnaire. Also, we can do copyright with respect to various research methodology. See, specific methodologies are often not copyrightable, but how we are doing, how we have achieved it, or whether we have reduced the time of doing that particular methodology, etc., can be copyrighted. So, if you are planning to do an activity in your medical college or in your research field, so that can be copyrighted. For example, if you are planning to conduct a research methodology workshop and you devised a particular way of conducting that research methodology, and you have fulfilled the criteria, or okay, copyright can be taken for research methodology also. Like specific research methodologies cannot be copyrightable, but the way you implement it, the way you describe them, can be taken for copyright. For example, if you are doing a research methodology workshop and you have implemented it such a way that it is a novel technique, it is new to others, and you have created a particular module for each and particular format for each, and that can be copyright. So the modules which you use for a particular workshop or a particular survey or a particular series of actions can be copyright. Methodology, so as you can see, any methodologies can be copyrighted. Only thing is, it need to be properly documented, including how it had done, who was the authors, what was the end result, etc., has to be taken care of. So while you copyright, it is a best practice for copywriting. You can register your work with the Copyright Office of India, and if you wish, you can license it and make others use it. And if you want to monetize also, it can be done. So this image shows a particular copyrightable image which I have copyrighted. The title is Comparison of Characteristic Among Menstrual Hygiene Products. As you can see, this is an image. So this image I have created by looking from many other different articles, and I have created an image in this. this. So the authors, everyone have contributed to this, and while submitting this, you need to describe this image also, so that the people who is validating it has to find that it is originally created by them. So they will be asking two questions particularly: how this image is important for in terms of your copyright, and how this has to be described. So the description of the image, and how this image is important, or how this image is novel. Okay, and while copywriting, on the right hand side, you can see the particular certificate which will be issued by the Copyright Office of India in terms of the authors. So next we will see how we can obtain copyright. In the Google itself, you can type copyright.gov.in or copyright log site will appear, copyright.india. You need to log in. So I have already is an existing user for this. If you are a new user, you can click for the new user registration, and you have to put up your credentials with your password, etc. Because I am already an existing user, my user ID and password will be saved in this laptop. So I am continuing to do so. Before going itself, you can see instructions for filling copyright registration form online. It is already clearly given in the site. As you can see, enter your valid user ID and password, click into new user registration, everything have been provided correctly, and it is put up here is while you are entering itself, you need to complete the form 16, then press save button. Each thing is put up clearly here, and after successful submission to the form, it is not like only online application. After the successful submission of the form, a diary number will be generated, and within a particular time you need to send the hard copy along with the acknowledgement slip of the payment and the copyright registration which you have filled as online, and print it out and send to post to this particular area. So copyright application is just not an online form. You need to take the hard copy of that particular filled online copy, and you need to send to this address. So this address is important. Anyway, I will be dealing with that in the end of this presentation also. So we will go into see how it is done. So we will enter the captcha. So after creating the user ID or password, or after putting up your user ID and password, we have entered into this page. You can see there are many places like submitted forms, registered forms, and all. You can see, or search by diary title, everything has been here. So I am just putting my registered. I am just want to show how many registered copyrights are there. So as you can see, each copyright which you registered previously has been shown here. So we will go for the e-filing of application. So as you can see, this page will appear. Okay, so I am going to the click here for online copyright registration. So step 1 can be seen. So here, as you can see, people who is applying for this, see, many of you will be individually applying your copyright, then you have to fill up your own credentials here. So I am putting my own credentials here. See, other thing is, if a college or a management or an institution is applying, you can put up that party as an applying person. Okay, so that is based on your own requirement. So next is communications on the subject may be addressed to. So I have again put up my name, and we need to put up I accept. So I am just saving the detail. So data saved successfully, and they are redirecting us to the second step. So the second step came here. So here itself they will be asking what is the category of applicants. So always it is an individual if you are applying from your own thing. So if I am putting same as the communication address, everything will be the address of the applicant by itself. It is filled for me, and we need to fill up the primary applicant location. So India. So I am stationed in Tamil Nadu. So I am putting my Tamil Nadu name, and the district which I am currently is in Perambalur. So I am applying that in that name, Perambalur. So everything have been pulled up. So address of the applicant have been there, and next is choose a file for applicant signature. So so before doing this, you need to create an signature or file JPEG or JPG format of signature. So you need to upload that. So I am just choosing a file of mine in signature format. So my JPEG file I am just uploading. So upload the signature which you have been taken has been uploaded. Then next question will be nature of the applicant's interest in the terms of copyright of work. So this is applicant's interest is whether that person is owner or a publisher or a composer or a producer or artist. If you are the author itself, applicant itself is the author, you can put up the author. If you are not the author but you are owner, that is where I have told before, institution, if it institution want to be the owner of that particular copyright, then you need to put up the word as owner. Applicant is the owner of this copyright. Okay, but here I am going with author, applicant itself with the author. And what is your nature of copyright? So it can be many things: literary, artistic, cinematograph, film, sound recording, music, computer software. Because we are in mostly it will be medical field, mostly it will be literary or dramatic. So I am taking this. Next is the description of the work. So character, minimum character is 200 they have given. So this description already you need to prepare and keep it separately. So this description I am just compiling. The image represents the upward and downward pull of urban sector. So I am just creating a description of work, and title of this is urban sector importance, something like that. I am just putting like that. And next they will be asking which language you want to put. Okay, I have put up English. So English is a language of the work. Next is name and address and of the author, and if the author is deceased, the date of his decease. Because I am the applicant and I am the same, so I can put up a same as applicant. I am putting. So my name came. If you want to put up more and more authors, you can put up add more addresses are there. If you want, then you can add more the people. Okay. So if you are a single author, you can put up like that. If you want one or two or more or how many ever authors you want, you can add like that. Okay. So next question is whether the work is published or unpublished. So unpublished. Better to always put up the image or questionnaire before publishing itself. If you are planning to publish that particular original article through which you have did the questionnaire, then wait for the questionnaire to be copyrighted and then publish. That will be better. At least 10 days before sending the article for publication, you can send for copyright. So always copyright the questionnaire or image first and then publish. Then next is year and country, first publication name and address of the publisher, nationality same as author, same as for applicant, anything can be done. I think if it is not there, you can, because published means this particular area will not be open. If unpublished means this area will not be open. So if published means you need to put up in where the publication came and all, but better to be always in the safe side. You need to copyright the particular image or a particular document and then go for publication. Then address subsequent publication, everything, because we have put up unpublished. This is all are not open. Then anything honors of the various right comprising the copyright. So anything extra, like if you want to give credential for some other people, some other honors are involved, you need to put up here. But I am putting same as applicant. Name and address of other persons, if any, or license I am putting as not applicable. If work is an artistic work, so that and all is not our own area. So everything I am putting it is not applicable. So if okay, I think we have finished off everything. So we will save the document. If saving itself, we will send to the next step. Step 3, this is about the statement of further particulars. As you can see, when I am pressing S itself, all the other become no. And this part we don't have to do much because ours is an original work. If the work is a translation or adaptation, then we need to mention about those here. Again, we are saving it and going to the next step. So next step is actually payment. Payment, as you can see, 500 rupees we need to pay. So if you are going for the payment, you need to click here. I'm not going to pay it. After paying, you will get a link where to download the print form. So I will be showing you how the printable form looks like. Okay. So I will show you the same form which yeah, so form like this will be we will get to download. So you can see name of the party, address of the party, what is the payment date, then who all are the authors. So what all things we have filled in the applicant, who all are the authors, what is the nature of the work. Everything will be put up in this particular copyright office, and even our sign will be put up here. You need to take a printout of this. Along with that, you need to take a print of the payment details also. These two things you need to take a printout. It is put up in the instructions, two copies of the work and this printed copyright registration form and the print of the acknowledgement receipt of the payment along with two copies of work has to be sent to this particular address. Copyright Office, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Ministry of Commerce, Bhautika Sampada Bhavan, plot number 32, sector 14, Dwaraka, New Delhi. This should be sent within 30 days from the date of online submission. Otherwise, this will be cancelled. So these two things. So what I have sent in my copyright is the copyright registration form along with the acknowledgement slip for that particular payment and the comparison of characteristics among menstrual hygiene product. So I have made up a particular document in terms of this comparison of characteristics of a menstrual hygiene product and the description of it and the implication of the image. So these two things are needed. Along with that, one more thing is important is if you are putting up more than one author, that is the applicant is an author and along with that one or two authors, you need to take NOC from them. So what you should do is NOC has to be taken from that particular person so that there is no objection for applying the copyright in the name. Even though we are putting them as the author or them as the applicant also, even then we need to create an NOC also so that you can send to the Copyright Office.India. So I have made the copyright NOC in terms of this. That particular person have no objection in applying for the copyright. And he or she is aware for the copyright application of the work and being submitted, and also he have been listed as an author of the said work. So no objection for applying the copyright for that particular literary work. This has to be put up along with the copyright form, acknowledgement slip and the description of the image or the copies of the work. So after that, you need to be always clear of your email because the mail address, copyright questions or queries will be coming to your mail address and you can see how it is. Along with that, one more thing is there. Here itself you have an area where you can see the status of the applications. Whenever you have paid and whenever you have fulfilled the payment and everything, a diary number will be registered and it will be sent to your mail ID and you can see, enter the diary number and see what is the status. So it can be status is set like this: work awaited, that is you have submitted the online but it had to be received as an offline copy in New Delhi, and next is waiting. The Copyright Office have an issue like even if the work is received, it is mandatory waiting period is there of 1 month. And next is document not received, formality check failed, abandoned, scrutiny, re-scrutiny, anything is there, it can be seen in the view status portion. So scrutiny is application under process. Re-scrutiny is after if they have sent a discrepancy letter in terms of like NOC not obtained or why this image is more important for you, why you want to take a copyright of this such image, such queries comes, then we need to reapply to the particular copyright office, or they will be asking us to send through online itself. That is more clear in this copyright office website. After that it will be gone for re-scrutiny. Then again after every scrutiny happens, it will be pending for hearing, and hearing process will happen and it is registered and ROC is generated, and so you can get to know this, a particular certificate will be generated for this product. I hope you are clear about the copyright. If you have a clear cut idea of some images, or if you are thinking, okay, I can create an image of my own, or a workflow is there and it is novel to everywhere, you can put up the copyright for that intellectual property. So thank you. Have a nice day. Best of luck.